What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, do me a real quick favor. See that red subscribe button down below? Go ahead and push that and show your support for the channel. Those of you stopping by that have been here before, welcome back to TLTG Reviews, my friends. Glad you came to see me. So this is actually a subscriber request. It seemed like a pretty fun little idea, fun video to do, narrow it down. So I figured, hey, why not? It was 3 people in the comments on one video requested this. So hey, here we go. Let's narrow it down. My 10 favorite fragrances in my collection. Stay tuned. So to the 3 gentlemen that actually said they'd love to see this, I appreciate it, guys, because why not? It made me think. I mean, a lot of you are going to expect and you know what they are, and some may surprise you. Some have recently jumped on this list because I just fell in love with them instantly, and some have been favorites of mine for a long time now. So jumping into it, I mean, I guess they're in a sort of order, but not really. So we'll just jump into it. They're not numbered in any way, but there's some cheapies, a little bit of niche, and some designers in here. And then first and foremost, this was actually a post today by Mr. Clay over in the fragrance group. And every time, it seems like it never fails. Every time somebody finds this, they think of me because they know how much I love this fragrance. And yeah, still one of my favorites from English Laundry. It's Windsor. I have more bottles of this than anything else. And it didn't get as much wear this past winter as it did in the previous 2 winters. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just love the smell of it. I'll be taking a shower in a little bit. It's wasting 2 sprays, but I got so many bottles. I got 4.68 ounces and 400 ml, so it don't matter. I smell it. It's so great. Now, I know this isn't for everybody. This is a bit on the mature side. It's very spicy. A little synthetic oud in it. Very woody and barbershop. Like I said, more on the mature side. Not everybody's going to like this, but I absolutely love it. And this place catches on fire right now, and I got to grab 10 fragrances. This is one of the first things I'm going to grab because I absolutely love English Laundry Windsor. And it's one that I've suggested many times in the past. You can get them so cheap, why not? Try it out. You never know unless you try it. They're 13 bucks on a regular basis at the rack stores. So first and foremost, top 10 fragrances in my collection, English Laundry Windsor. Next is another one that's probably not going to surprise any of you. I've talked about it a lot recently, actually. One that I kind of feel like I'm going to need a backup bottle because when I wear it, I spray it pretty dang heavy. It's 10 sprays my first application, and then when I refresh in a few hours, it's another 6 to 10 sprays. You know, solid 8 every time. So about, you could say, 18 sprays every time I wear it. So I'm gonna burn through it this summer. I'm gonna knock a big chunk out of it. It's from Zaharoff. It's Cool Water Wave. A lot of you know how much I enjoy this one. You can get it cheap, 20 bucks for this big 4.2 ounce bottle. You can just spray and spray and spray. It's very shower gel, Invictus Aqua. Especially in the opening, very shower gel. But as it dries down, it gets more woody aquatic. It gets more of that Invictus Aqua vibe. This is my favorite Zaharoff Cool Water flanker, for sure. I like this better than Cool Water. I like this better than the Intense, which I still need to do a review on the Intense. And the Intense is awesome. I like that better than the original too. And I like this better than pretty much any Cool Water fragrance I've ever smelled. This is the one for me. Some people may not get it. It's a cheap freshie. I get that, but I love this one. It's another one. This place catches on fire. I'm grabbing Zaharoff Cool Water Wave. So the more I look at this as I go, the more this list probably isn't going to surprise a lot of you. People that have watched me for a while. This is in a lot of lists for me because I love this fragrance. It's very popular for a reason. It's a do-it-all. It's a Swiss Army knife. It's Giorgio Armani, Acqua di Gio Profumo. Things haven't changed. I still love it. I saw the article on Profondo that they put on Fragrantica. I'm sure I can get my hands on it right now, but I'm going to give it a little bit of time, see if I can get a few dollars off because I don't like paying retail. But I'll probably get that one. And with this new synthetic Aquazone note that it has, we'll see if it changes the game because this one's going to be pretty hard to beat in my opinion. This is one of my favorite fragrances for sure. And it's one that I just have to have. And Now that it's spring rolling around, this one's about to get a lot more wear. We got another week or so of cold weather. It just cooled down today. This evening, actually, the cool front moved in. So I'm going to wear some heavier fragrances for the next week and a half, 2 weeks. And then it's pretty much going to be springtime around here. And this is one of my favorites to wear in the springtime. Acqua di Gio Profumo. Next is one that's relatively new to the collection. And in about a week, I'll have a backup bottle. I'm going to be buying a backup bottle of this. This is that good that I'll want to have it forever. And 5 ounces of any fragrance, especially with the collection the size it is, and knowing that I won't come off of these, I'll always have these fragrances. It's going to take me my lifetime to go through 5 ounces of one fragrance. So Dior Fahrenheit Parfum, 275 ml bottles. That'll be a lifetime supply. This is delightful. I've recently been praising it because it is recent to the collection. It's so damn good and so close to perfect, in my opinion, for the performance, the quality of smell, the uniqueness, but at the same time has the original's DNA deep in the background, but it's such a good take on the Fahrenheit DNA. Oh my God, it's just so good. And I love doing this in every video that I have it, and I love showing that on the bottom because it just looks cool to me. You can see how it's debossed. It's beautiful. The bottle's beautiful. The juice is beautiful. No way around it. This is one that's a monster. It's a banger. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite fragrances in my collection. Next, I'm probably gonna be pulling this one out next week. We got a few cold days coming next week. Cold is in low 60s, high 50s are the highs. Lows are in the 40, high 30s. So cold in the morning, cold in the evening, cool during the day. I can pull this out for a little bit longer before it starts warming up to where we're in the 80s on a regular basis, and it's just a little too cloying to wear this one. Because this is my favorite tobacco fragrance. It's Mancera, red tobacco. I'll have to have this. This is one of my favorite fragrances, hands down. Love the way this one smells. I don't have to spray it heavy. I love that about it. I can go 3 sprays, 1 on my chest, 2 on my neck. I'm good. I'm projecting like crazy. I'm all day and then some. I'm from early in the morning till I take my shower. Late, if it's late that night, it don't matter. This is gonna get me through that. It smells amazing. It smells amazing. It smells amazing. There's no other way to look at it. And really and truly, this is the only tobacco heavy fragrance on this list. So I guess this was the one tobacco fragrance I chose subconsciously without even really thinking about it. But Mancera Red Tobacco, it's one of my favorites. Next, this is just one of my happy fragrances. Very office safe, very elegant. It's got a slight playfulness to it on a casual side, but really and truly, it's more for the professional man, in my opinion. Not really a casual fragrance, but it can go casually, but definitely does really well formal. Most importantly, business formal. It's Prada L'Homme, the original, the black bag, not the blue. If I had to pick one out the line, as much as I love Prada L'Homme Low, Prada L'Homme, they can't make a flanker that'll outdo this. Yes, Intense is amazing. Low is amazing. I heard Absolute's kind of weird, and Water Splash I haven't tried, but this is incredible. This is a wonderful fragrance. The ring light's kind of reflecting off on it. This makes me happy every time I smell it. This is about to make me smile. It's just the neroli and the iris make such a soapy quality. You know, I got to give Jeremy this. You know, he's the one that's really hyped it for being a luxurious bar of soap smell, and he's right. He really is. That's kind of what it reminds you of, a luxurious bar of soap. This smells expensive. If you want to smell expensive, Prada L'Homme, you can't go wrong. Next, this is another one that got a backup bottle in 5 ounces. Should be a lifetime supply for me, because this is another one. Don't have to spray heavy. 1 on my chest, 2 on my neck. Good. Projecting for several hours. It's going all day long. It smells incredible. It's Dior Homme Parfum. This rocketed up my list the day I got it. The first time I smelled it. This is so good. I can't stress enough. My Lord. I see them all over eBay sealed in that 150 to 180 range, which is high, but that's where the market's going now. Because the 75 ml is no longer in production. The 100 mls are in production. I've heard same juice. I've heard reformulated juice. I was not willing to risk it, so I had bought a backup bottle while I could. I paid $115 a bottle, which, not cheap, but compared to where it's at now, I'm glad I did it when I did, because I got this one in, I smelled it, I wore it one time, the following week I bought a backup bottle, and it's just backup bottle worthy to me. Dior Homme Parfum is undoubtedly one of my favorite fragrances. Next is one that I'm sure all of you are expecting. I mean, I'm sure I get dubbed all kinds of different things. I see memes, I see all kinds of crap from these little trolls all over the internet. Zaharoff this and Zaharoff that. Hate on me all you want. The fragrance is great. The man's a cool guy. It's just what it is. Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. I undoubtedly will always have a bottle of this. It is so freaking good. I don't care what anybody says. The numbers don't lie. Sells out all the time. Stock is constantly running low because a lot of people want to get their hands on this once they get their free sample. It's bottle worthy. Every time, undoubtedly, it don't matter. This is definitely one of my favorite fragrances. Even though I can spray away on it because it's a real big bottle, and this one you can get away with going a little bit more on the heavy side. This has such meaning to me that I like to wear it for important things. Job interviews, first days, trainings, special dinners, events, special gatherings. This is important to me, so I wear it for important things. That's why there's a dent, but it takes time for me to get through this bottle. For as small the dents in all these bottles, that's a big dent for my collection, guys. Because anytime anything important's going on, this is the first fragrance that comes to mind because it's that good and it's one of my favorite fragrances. Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. These next two are going to be no surprise, especially for those of you that have been watching me since the beginning of the channel. Because early in the channel, I talked about these so much that I said I'm going to stop putting them on lists. I'm going to stop talking about them all the time. I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing them because I love the whole line. I really love this one. Paco Rabanne Invictus Aqua 2018. Tester bottle, that's why it says Invictus Aqua on the front. This is my favorite summer fragrance. I have an Invictus Aqua-like fragrance on here already, but they're different enough. I don't care. I have to have them both. That's my two favorite fresh fragrances outside of Acqua di Gio Profumo, because that's kind of fresh, but it's fresh but not at the same time. But Invictus Aqua 2018, this is just, it never fails. I love this one. It just smells so freaking good. Mass appealing, aquatic, summery, fresh, ozonic, citrusy. It's all these wonderful things, and it pulls compliments. It just does. Solid performer, not beast mode, but far from weak either. It's a must-have for me. It's one of my absolute favorite fragrances. It's Invictus Aqua 2018. Last but most certainly not least, not joking when I say it's my favorite fragrance. I've said it from the first episode, the first video I ever shot on this channel, because it's been true for a long time. And I don't see that ever changing. I love the way this smells. I always have, most likely always will, even though my taste has changed over the last few years. Never shied away from this being my favorite fragrance. That still holds true. This is still my favorite fragrance. The original Invictus, Paco Rabanne. That's right, the last two I talked about, Invictus fragrances. Because they're my favorite fragrances. They just are, guys. I love Invictus. Man, I get it. It's kind of juvenile because it's aquatic sweet. I get it. Probably starting to step out of my age range with this one, but I don't even care. I love how this smells. I love how I smell when I spray this on. I get a lot of compliments when I wear it. Don't get me wrong. But I care less if anybody says anything because I love how I smell when I spray this on my body. And it puts out very heavy. And I can smell myself for several hours. I love wearing this one. This is still my favorite fragrance. No matter how big the collection has grown, how I've dabbled into niche fragrances now, and I have, you know, in the last year, I've went from 0 to 20 some odd bottles of niche fragrances. You know, it's growing. My collection is ever growing. My taste is ever changing. But at the same time, the one constant is my love for Invictus. So, like I said, a lot of these you guys probably expected. For those of you that are newer viewers to the channel, some of this was a surprise. You didn't know these things about me, that these are my favorite fragrances. Thank you again to the gentleman that said they'd like to see this video. I do appreciate it because these are all fragrances I love talking about because they're my favorite fragrances. So until next time, guys, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. What's some of your favorite fragrances? Can't live without fragrances? Let me know in the comments. Some of you, I know what you're going to say because we comment back and forth all the time and have been for a long time. And I do appreciate all the support from everybody that watch the channel on a regular basis. According to YouTube Studio app, where I'm, you know, at 4,006 subscribers, but according to the YouTube page, it's showing 3.99 thousand. You know, so whatever. I'm right around 4,000, and it still to this day surprises me. At some point, there's 4,000 different people that wanted to watch, that enjoyed one of my videos enough to press the subscribe button. And I just want to say thank you. Not all 4,000 watch every single video. Some videos get 200 or 300 views. Some get 3,000 or 4,000 views. And I appreciate every single view because I just love shooting these videos and I love talking about fragrances. And if my opinion matters to any of you, I'm forever grateful. I appreciate that because at the end of the day, this is just my opinion. Not everybody's going to feel exactly the same way as me, and that's okay. It's a passion. It's why we love it. We get so passionate about it that there's a lot of BS that comes with being heavy into this stuff, you know. But until next time, guys, I will say, if you get your hands on any of my 10 favorites and you give them a spray now, there's a really good chance you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.